Hello, it's Mandy McGuire with the Mandy McGuire Group, Keller Williams Pinnacle here in Columbia, Illinois. And today we are standing in the new home of one of our first-time homebuyers that we were able to help last year and who happens to be one of my very favorite nieces. So this is Isabelle Hamilton, and she bought a house with us last year. And we want to bring you her story just because a lot of times people think first-time homebuyers, you have to be 25 or a little bit older, and Isabelle is 19 and purchased her first home. And not only am I your aunt and a real estate agent, it may be a little encouraging, but what was the biggest driving factor that wanted to send you on this path?
At first, I didn't think I was going to be able to afford it, didn't even have it in a question, and I was going to purchase a new car instead. And I had talked to my aunt who gives me all the advice for life and all the things, and she said, why don't we look at buying a house? You have money in your pocket and it's something I think you'd be able to do. So we started the process, and I called Aaron and he said, let's do it. And we started looking.
So buying a house is a big deal and it's a big investment. Do you feel like the process went very smooth?
It did go very smooth. I looked for a really long time at different places, and it does take a while, but when you find the right one, you know. And
what advice would you give to somebody watching this who maybe has their first job, they're starting to save some money, maybe living at home or renting and thinking about this?
I would definitely say don't jump on something too soon, because I almost made that mistake, and be patient and work with your agent. And in my case, she helped a lot with picking the right thing and what to look for, so having the right connections and definitely talking out and thinking about your decision first is a huge thing.
Do you have any regrets about purchasing?
I don't. I definitely love that I was able to paint my cabinets and redo the countertops and the walls and decorate everything to my liking.
So instead of buying that car, like a lot of us think about when we get that first job or that big promotion, Isabelle decided that she wanted to invest in her home. And when you bought the house, it was lovely, but you wanted to make some changes. So let's show them some of the changes.
So one of the biggest things that I changed in here was the kitchen. Painted the cabinets, countertops, and the flooring was a huge part. All of this I was able to do myself and save a lot of money. A lot of people think they can't do that stuff themselves, but if you play around with it, you have all the time in the world to experiment with it, and you can do it yourself, take your time, there's not a deadline. So I was able to do all the flooring, paint the cabinets, put this butcher block in. I did hire someone to do the countertops, but everything else I did myself and took my time, and it looks great. So a huge part in the living room was taking out a half wall here. It really opened up the space to go to the kitchen and through the living room. My favorite things about owning is being able to paint whatever colors you want. I decided with a black accent wall, which a lot of people don't choose to do bold colors, but it's nice to have my own and be able to make those decisions and paint.